This is the Prakash Barrage at the end of the river Krishna in eastern Andhra Pradesh. For hundreds of years, this water source has travelled all the way from the Telangana regions to end its journey past Vijayawada and to the Bay of Bengal. Along its own journey, it sustains millions of acres of rich, fertile land and helps to feed as many. Shankar Reddy is a 46-year-old father of two. He has 4 acres of land in Yuyuru on the Andhra side of the river. He's been working the land for generations, as his father and grandfather did before him.
We had a bumper crop, better than expected, and at the moment it's been a successful season.
But Shankar Reddy is a troubled man. Not far from him, his neighbours are calling for the state to be divided.
I'm worried there's a talk of stopping the water to us. That would be disastrous as we rely on the river. We can't just depend on the rain. We need this water source.
For the moment, there's a plentiful supply of water to irrigate farms here in the Andhra region. Land is being ploughed for the next crop and produce is readied for market. But across the river in Telangana, the scene is very different. 60-year-old Bomie Yaria is the 6th generation goat herder in Gondad. His main problem is there's less and less available grazing land, and each day he has to move his herd further and further from his village.
10 families in our small community have sold up and left for Hyderabad. Others took large loans out to buy seed and fertilizer which they can't repay. You can see the land around me is turning to a dust ball.
The situation is even more desperate for Khasgani Mutai. Of his 4 acres, he can only work 1.5. It hasn't rained here since June last year, and though he planted cotton in the land available, that crop has failed.
Look, the land is dry and there's no water. The well we used to have has dried up. We know the Andhra people look down on us as common folk. They think they are so sophisticated, but they have our water.
Khasgani Mutai is hoping that this pipeline promised by his local Member of Parliament will soon be finished and water from the river Krishna will flow into the 2,000 acres owned by several farmers.
When Telangana is formed, we will get all the water. Our water should not be going to the Andhra region.
Follow the constitutional.
Experts say dividing the state and diverting water resources could have worrying consequences.
If the state is united, the resources would be utilized better. And if the state is bifurcated, if it is divided, I tell you, both the regions, or rather the 3 regions, would become poorer.
While the arguments ebb and flow across the state, what worries people in the Andhra region is the water that they've had access to for over 100 years. It could be rediverted if Telangana becomes a reality. The consequences will be far-reaching for the people and the region.